Hello everyone and welcome to another part in the Airlinesim series. I got some more news for you guys and I thought that you might be interested. I guess the 7 day of you that are still watching this Let's Play. But it's cool, Airlinesim is not a thing of the masses. You're underground, keep being cool. Anyways, what's new? Well, we currently have something over $1 million in cash, but it's not the greatest news. The week has ended yesterday and we have entered the 43rd week of 2014. Now, what is the most important thing is this. Look at that. The trend is unstoppable. At week 39, we were on 68% of seat load factor. Then we moved to 76, 81, 85, and though this is just one day, and it's not even over, it's 9:57 p.m. now, we are nearing 90%. That is super awesome. We are continuously losing cash per passenger, but it's not that important because the overall profitability of our flights is growing every single week. So that is super awesome. That is super awesome. Now, just to explain this for some that are not sure what I'm talking about, the fact is that I have been lowering some prices, but that attracted more passengers. Imagine that you are flying a route where you have 100 people flying at $100 each. That's 10,000, right? Yeah. Then you start flying at $90, but there will be 150 people flying. So even though you're transporting people for less cash each, you have more overall customers, and that makes it awesomer because you're earning more cash. Yes, I'm aware that awesomer is not a word, and I don't care, okay? Now, one more thing that I wanted to show you before we start looking direct at us is the statistics of Sanaa. When we look at week 39 that I'm using as the worst week in our history, Yemen Air was transporting only 30.39% of the passengers that went through Sanaa airport. Now, at week 43, we are transporting 53.19 passengers. That is an awesome growth, and I'm very much happy about this. And we're going to move to operations control, and realize I haven't really shown you guys this screen yet, but you should use it, definitely. It's a good overview. Now, operations control shows you the scheduled flights of your airplanes as they take place. It is only usable when you're using, well, actually, it's only usable on the one fleet, but you can bypass this by creating one huge fleet and moving all your airplanes in there, which I actually might do now just for the sake of clarity, because it doesn't really change anything in the long run. No action, transfer aircraft, no action, and let's make them subs. This will make it easier for me to show my thing here. So this is the entire fleet as I have it, and you can easily see where the departure waves and arrival waves are at. You can see that, well, actually every single airplane I have departs at 6 or around. The latest flight is the, well, I don't know what we have, YA? What's our call sign? Yeah, YA. So the YA57, which goes to Mokawa. Other than that, we have flights to Socotra. We have, wait, which one is this one? Oh, this is Al Gardaya, I remember. Hodea, Medina, Abu Dhabi, Bahrain. This is the main departure wave. We have another one at 1 o'clock. We have another one at 16 o'clock. Oh, wait, 18 o'clock. 18 o'clock, which is 6 o'clock. and then one after midnight. Oh wait, that's here. Yeah, because it doesn't make sense. This is after midnight. That doesn't work at all. Okay, forget I did that. At midnight, you can see that there are some breaks here because this is the maintenance time for my fleet, and as I'm doing it, there are another breaks. For example, here in Cairo and Abu Dhabi and Bahrain here. It's because the airplanes are too far to make it back to catch the next wave. The passengers couldn't transfer and it would be a dead flight. Now I rescheduled some of the flights to make them a bit more logical. This is probably nothing new, but it's a good thing to point it out. When you're making a hub and spoke system where you have large incoming flight numbers and then ongoing departure numbers, it's good to schedule them in a way that they create, say, a logical system. So for example, in the morning I have flights coming from Africa and Yemen, and then at 6 o'clock most of the flights that depart are again to Yemen for those of the African passengers that are transferring to Yemen, and to north and northeast. So Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Cairo, because no one is going to fly from Abu Dhabi to Dubai via Sana'a. It just doesn't make sense. It will be too costly, and in most cases you will have someone who has thought of making a little hub here. It will be 100 times cheaper for them as well. You can try to do that, and if you're lucky it might even work, but most of the time, trust me, it won't. So what are the biggest changes? Well, I tweak the prices. I'm tweaking them every single day, sometimes even twice a day. And I've been seeing some really good numbers. So let's just run through our routes and I can tell you what's happening. So the flight to Abu Dhabi is a huge candidate for a second daily flight. The only problem is that it's so far, it's 1,500 kilometers away, and I'm operating it with a Saab 340B. That's insane. It takes about 3.5 hours. It's awful, and the only way how I can pull this off is that I am the only one flying the route. So there are two possibilities. Either I switch this one for Avro Regional Jet, or I'm going to add another Saab, and I think that's what I'm going to do first, and then I'll see how it works. Because I'm a bit of a pansy to put or get an Avro plane and put it on such a it's not a secondary route, but it's not really important. Now this is a point where this is a route where I can easily demonstrate how I'm working with these routes. Addis Ababa was a route where I'm getting quite interesting numbers in economy flight on the inbound. Business class, not that good. Which is the reason why I'm keeping the economy class at $140 and lowered the business class to $300. Because if I get even a single extra passenger from business, it's going to be a profit. Here I lowered the price of both economy and business class. I'll see what happens. Probably will get better numbers, and then I'll just compare it to the older numbers to see which variant was better. Now, bear in mind, if I had modern leased airplanes, I would not be hemorrhaging 190 Airlinesim bucks per flight on such a weird half-empty departure. I would have like minus 2,000 or something, but I'm not paying leasing. This is a huge benefit of owning your airplanes. Moving on, Aden. Aden is a very good example of a route that has been exhausted. You can see that economy we're doing fine, but on business we have way too much free capacity. Lowering the price here won't help because it's a domestic route and we are, well, actually it would help a bit, but I would probably lose more than gain. Though you can easily see that I have put the bigger airplane SAP 2000 on the right times, because here the 6:55 is always full, so is the 14 o'clock and 14:50, because they transport passengers who are inbound from Dubai, Abu Dhabi, I think even Damascus. I'm not entirely sure. You would have to check the routes and my shadowing. The rest, for example, 1904, 21:52, are secondary flights which are not that important, but still are making a ton of cash. Al-Qardaya was a risk. I went from one route to 3, and I even put the SAP 2000 on this route, and it's making cash. I don't know how. Al-Qardaya is a 1-bar airport, but the flights are full, and I'm not going to, poke the sleeping dragon. Amman was a great shot in the dark. After I lowered the prices to $150 and $450 for business, the planes filled immediately, and I'm making a nice 80% margin profit, and I'm getting 50 people from this flight alone connecting to another flights I have. So awesome route. Attack, though, was not a good choice. You can see that the route is exhausted. My numbers just fell. But on the other hand, this is just a secondary round, and we're not making cash. Well, that sucks. Oh, but we're getting some connecting passengers from it at least. And as I add more destinations that the passengers can transfer to, it's going to get better. I swear. Trust me. I'm a professional. Bahrain was a test, and it's working out pretty decently. I'm just going to keep it as it is. Beirut we're not operating, but I would like to with the next overall I get. Cairo again is pretty risky on my side. I'm doing a lot to get it to green numbers, and I guess I'm kinda successful at that. Getting a lot of feed, and my partner is getting a lot of feed, so I think it's pretty decent. Actually, I just want to check. Do we have someone in Egypt? This is Kuwait, this is Arab Emirates, this is Sudan, and this is Egypt. Okay, so we have no partner there. Mansour International Airways hasn't signed a contract yet, so I have no partner. Fuck them all. I'm just on my own here, and I'm making a bit of cash, so I'm happy. Demand is another fight for passengers. I'm lowering the prices, but I think that the last time I checked, this route was profitable. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of feed and not losing that much of cash, so I'm going to keep it. Wait, that was Damascus? Oh, that was Damascus. Okay, that was Damascus, and now Daman. And Daman is pretty much the same, but here it worked. I lowered the prices a bit, and it was all it was needed. Oh yeah, okay, I lowered the business class price, because you can see that we have 3 seats there. Djibouti is a test that is not working well so far, but I'm intending to keep it. We'll see. No, I might have to drop it. Actually, it's such a short that I know where to put my flights, and I think that I'm having an interlining contract with the early bird. Yeah, I do so, and nothing of value was lost here. Doha is working fine, but I'm kind of concerned with the weird. Can you see this? We have completely full business class in 804 flight, and actually that's a 559. Okay, so that's the flight that takes most passengers, so it's getting a lot of feed from somewhere, business feed, while the route that's departing at 1305 is not getting it, which is logical because it goes against, yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. Most of the flights arrive from north and east, and then this point goes to northeast, so it's not logical. I might. Oh yeah, I already did. I specifically lowered the price on this flight for business, so we'll see if that makes any difference. I didn't do that for the inbound flight though, because that one is getting some. Dubai is definitely a great candidate for a second flight. That is a given. Actually, the funny thing is that it doesn't even depart in the best possible time, so this flight will depart at 6. Yeah, I should definitely grab at least 2 more Avros soon. Hodea, another domestic route. It's working fine. What can I say? Istanbul, no, it's all abandoned. Jeddah, another place where I was tweaking the prices. But this one, yeah, the funny thing is I dropped Jeddah way the fuck low and it skyrocketed. And then I was increasing the prices to see where the threshold is, and I got almost back to where I am now. So the thing is that it's probably getting a lot of feed from different destinations that I'm servicing, so there was no need for that action at all. Khartoum is an interesting place. I started getting a lot of business and I'm not getting anything from as far as I can see. You know, and just dropping the prices more and more and hoping it's going to work out, because the inbound flight is. The outbound, obviously not. I don't know what's... Well, the problem is that it's not getting any feed from anywhere. It's a red-eye, middle-of-night flight that has no possibilities for a good connection time, and this one connects to the best routes I have, so what can you do? Not much here. Medina is working. It's crying for a second daily flight. I'll oblige soon. Mukawa is exhausted as far as business class goes, but it's still making a lot of cash for us. So nothing to talk about there. Nairobi is working perfectly. I'm kind of surprised. Look at that. It's just working. And I'm having a partner there, I believe. Yeah. This guy. What's the name of this airline? Kenya Flyways. Yes, you can see us here. Yemen Air. I noticed that as I'm growing, more airlines are, well, it's logical, ready to sign an interlining contract with me. Riyadh is a bit weird. This one should be doing much better. I don't know what the problem is. Prices have been lowered on economy class. Business is working. I don't know. I have to check this one off cam, see what I can do. Sayun is working. Salalah, we're not flying. Sharia is working as well, though better on the outbound, because again, this is a 605 flight and there's nothing to connect to on the return flight. So it's understandable. Socotra, there's no change there. Thais is another, that's an entirely new route. The last destination, if you remember, that I haven't been servicing, completely booked. I'm happy, nothing to say there. And Tehran. So this was the state of Yemen Air today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, there's not much more to say from my side. I'm going to continue, and you guys keep up with your airlines, and if you want, you can join the Stapleton server. That's where I am. Please don't write me on different servers. Stapleton is the one that you should be writing at. So take care.